Sticking with some flow charts today, guys. We are going to have you, well, in short, we're going to give you a pretty, not a blank paper, but a fairly blank paper, and you're going to practice doing a flow chart with the steps in order. And to be honest, tomorrow you will be given a blank paper and say, make a flow chart. So let's review that and get to it. But here's kind of what I want you to think about when we're talking about today. I don't want you to get something so huge and so big. Not that you can't do a flow chart on that, but I want you to think something a little smaller. Something that you have to do step by step, and something you have to do in order, but something that doesn't take all that long. And the reason for that is simply because I want you to narrow it down to, about 5 steps, such as how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Now, you maybe have never taught a single human being how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I bet you, with a flow chart, you can do it rather easily. You could say, step number 1, get out the bread. Step number 2, get out the peanut butter and jelly. Step number 3, take a knife, spread the peanut butter on the bread. Step number 4, spread the jelly on the bread. Step number 5, close the sandwich and enjoy, right? It's just those 5 simple, easy steps. Again, I'm not saying flowcharts can have 10, 15, 20. Flowcharts can have 3 steps. But that's just kind of what I want to have you focus on today to kind of help you out. And again, what I appreciate and I think makes an even better flowchart is not a lot of words. I think when people get too wordy and put too many words in, it makes it really difficult. I have this problem too, but a lot of times people and myself think, oh, if I just write more words, people understand it more. And something I've been stubborn to learn, and other people, is that actually there's a saying called less is more, right? Where the less you put on, the better. I'm not saying just to have a blank sheet of paper, but look at this flow chart. You can see exactly what to do with a nice picture and very little words, right? 2 slices of bread, delicious peanut butter. Don't get the nasty peanut butter, the delicious peanut butter, yummy jelly. And look, here's the steps exactly what to do. You can very little words, but it tells you exactly what to do. That's really nice. That's really nice. And my favorite step is step 4, to enjoy. This, my fine folks, do you understand what I mean by less is more? And more is less? Now, you got to understand, this is kind of talk about all kinds of different foods and pastas and more Italian food, but man, you're just looking at this and say, where do I begin? I mean, what's going on here? Cheese is going in here. Some smells are going up. You got vegetables. You got lobster. Where do I start? It's way too difficult. This is not a good flow chart. This is quite difficult. You might be able to figure out eventually that this might make some kind of good pasta type thing with all the different seasonings and sauces and cheese, bacon. Okay. But man, this is hard to read. Even with more words, you see what I'm saying? With more words, it's hard to read. Doesn't seem like that makes sense, but I strongly suggest you don't do this. The goal is not to fill up the whole paper with a bunch of words. Less is more. Less is more. If you've ever asked mommy or auntie or grandma when they're making macaroni and cheese, how do you know that? They might say they follow the steps. They follow the directions. On the back or on the side of every macaroni and cheese box is this: 3 simple directions, a nice picture, a few words, boom, you got some delicious macaroni and cheese, right? They don't sit here and have a whole little, pamphlet fall out with the cheese packet that says, okay, follow these 18,000 steps. It's not going to work. If you follow the simple directions, you get some delicious macaroni and cheese. Simple, just a few words, very clear. I know it's not technically a flow chart where it has arrows, but you can still see that you have to go in order. Don't start with 3. You have to start with 1, then 2, then 3. Few words, simple pictures, delicious. That's where you guys come in. Here is your flow chart. You guys can pick a lot of different things, but what you got to focus is on making them in order. I am asking you to figure out a topic. It could be making macaroni and cheese. It could be making peanut butter and jelly. It could be cleaning your room. It could be setting the table. It could be, taking care of a rose bush outside. What I'm trying to get you to understand is it doesn't have to be about food. It doesn't have to be, well, it could be about generally anything as long as there's steps to get it done in order. A lot of people choose how to cook this or how to prepare that type of food. That's a really good one because if your auntie has a cookbook, all it is following directions in order to cook certain things. A lot of times when you get out, if you ever see your daddy or your uncle build something, a lot of times in the box that they need to build is a set of directions. Follow these directions in order. That's basically what this flow chart is. Today you have some aids to help you in order to put them in order. Tomorrow, you don't have that. We'll get to tomorrow. Let's focus on today, huh? So you have this, and it's saying, what's step 1? Well, first of all, again, you got to think of a topic, and then just think. You could draw a nice quick picture. You could write just a couple words. You could do both. A quick short picture and a couple words, okay? Even if it gets to 3, 4, 5 words, it's still just a short, simple phrase. I'm asking you to keep it simple. I'm not asking you to draw stick men and do this as quickly as you can because you said keep it simple. The point is make a very clear, easy, handy flow chart. I hope you kind of have a little fun with this assignment. I think you will. The Lord's blessings to you guys as He prays your Savior.